I see some Asian people here. There's like 3, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, clap if you're Asian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I hit double digits. Thank y'all for supporting this show. That's great, because most Asian people don't come to my shows. They just don't, because I was supposed to be a doctor. Or play the cello. One of those artsy things. No, I'm serious. It's great to see y'all, because I've been, this is my 37th year doing stand-up. And yeah, when I first started, I was the only Asian comedian, so I was forbidden to be seen by y'all. Even my cousins were not allowed to watch me on TV, because God forbid they do this. Because you can't be successful telling jokes, apparently. But there's a marketing research done, me and 5 of my comedian pals a few years ago, and they found out my audience is 94% white and 0.01% Asian. So you guys nailed it on the number. Appreciate that. That's all good. My driver's license says I'm white. 16 years old, Knoxville, Tennessee. I go through the whole process, get to the end. There's only 2 boxes you can check. The lady goes, "Well, you ain't black." So I've been white since I was 16 years old. It's great. So what nationality are you? Korean? Thai? Chinese? Korean? Japanese? Chinese? More Korean to it. Koreans, okay, cool. I can't tell. I mean, y'all look alike. I have no idea. What? Hey, maybe that's why they don't come. I don't know. What? I'm kidding. I knew you were Korean, and no. Okay, so I'm kidding. Were you born here? No. You born here?
No.
Oh, yeah. See? I know. See, I was the only Asian kid and growing up, like from kindergarten until I graduated high school. So I had no idea I was supposed to be smart. I didn't figure out until I was in college. People would sit next to me trying to copy my work. And they're like, "Man, you're not smart." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I was born here." Well, thanks for coming. Oh, gosh. Is that hard? I'm sorry. See, this isn't TV. I can hear you. Who's mine? Wow. If you'd asked me 3 years ago, I'd have said Bill Cosby. But, well, see, I've been drinking with Bill. I think we were drinking. I don't really remember. But we were. It's a joke, folks. Still. I remember. Bill Cosby, Bob Newhart, Jonathan Winters, Don Rickles. Yeah. For you younger folks that don't know who Don Rickles is, Don Rickles could not be a comedian today. He couldn't start. I mean, he passed away recently. He was still doing the same stuff, just until he passed away. Because he's brilliant, because he didn't care who he abused. So the first time I met Mr. Rickles, I was fortunate enough to be around him many, many times. First time I ever met him, he walks up to me and goes, "Oh, Dr. Cho." And I laughed my butt off. Because that's Don Rickles, man. And so as he's leaving that conversation, he started to walk off. He goes, "Hey, Henry, too much starch?" And I laughed my butt off. So all through the years, every time I'd see him, we have a conversation, he'd start to walk up, he'd go, "Hey, Hank." That was our little thing, man. Coolest, man. So yeah, those guys. But I have plenty of time left and plenty of jokes left before I get out of here. Anybody have any questions so far? Question right there. Hang on one second. Hey. Shh. You got other people around you, okay? They didn't come here to hear you. Yeah, this ain't TV. I can hear you. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Why don't you ever come to Michigan?
Why don't I ever come to Michigan? Why would I go to Michigan? What part of Michigan do you live in?
North of Detroit.
North of Detroit. Like where? Sterling Heights?
Rochester.
Rochester, yeah. So there's a good chance I'll be there next year.
Really?
Yeah, so what happened is, I was doing a bunch of TV and films, and then I kind of checked out for a decade to raise my kids. And vasectomy's older now, so I'm more mobile. So I'll probably get there next year. And if not, but I go up there and play golf all the time. But I don't do shows, I'm playing golf. You drove all the way here?
Yep.
Y'all came all the way from Rochester? So you're from here?
We stayed.
You stay with them? Well, thank you for coming. Yeah, see, I'm from Tennessee, so this is up north for me. What did I go to school for? Pre-med, engineering, accounting, marketing, advertising. Had a bad advisor. Kept wanting me to go to class. Now, college was too easy. Good night. I mean, I never studied. That's why I didn't know what a curve was till I got in college, because my high school didn't do it. And the very first calculus test I ever took, I was arguing with the teacher because he said I missed a question, and I argued because I made a 92, and I said, "No way, dude, I've never made anything lower than a 97 in my life. You're wrong." He goes, Henry, I'm going to curve it. You're going to have 100. I went, "What?" He goes, "A curve. So whoever makes the highest grade, if it's below 100, I just move everybody up." So I never cracked a book the rest of my career. And I didn't. I would take a test, not even study, make an 80. I mean, come on, I'm Asian. Anybody else?
You ever made it to 37-seater?
Hang on one second. What?
How did you tell your parents you were going to become a comedian?
How did I tell my parents I was going to be a comedian? Yeah, that's a different story. So my parents immigrated here 70 years ago. Wow. Yes, and my dad is a brilliant scientist. He splits atoms, and then it skips a generation. And so my kids are really smart. Yeah, my mom was fine with that. She knew, heck, I was born here. What are you going to do? But my dad, he didn't understand what a comedian was. So it took him he didn't speak to me for 18 months after I dropped out of college. And then he saw me on TV, and he went, "Whoa." And that was it. People in Maine were freaking out about the snow. I'm like, you live in Maine, man. They have those goofy winter sports up there. The Winter Olympics has my favorite sport. That biathlon, that one? Where they cross-country skiing, then shoot a rifle? That's too easy one in my book. Imagine you're in third place, but you have 2 bullets left. Y'all a little slow with math over there, huh? I don't know why they freak out about snow. You got to live down here to freak out about snow. They'll close schools here if they predict snow. And what do? You run to the store and load up. Lord knows, you may be snowed in for at least a day. Next day it melts, you got 14 loaves of bread, man. You're walking around the cul-de-sac. Anybody want a sandwich? Toast, cinnamon toast, Nutella toast. Anyone? My mom was always late with the bread. Always late. Always late, man. She never get there early. Always, she get the last pack of hot dog buns. Have to go to school the next day with peanut butter and jelly and a hot dog bun. You whip that out at lunch, your buddy's going, man, you got a hot dog? No. That's just peanut butter and jelly and a hot dog bun. Like, your mom was late. Shut up. You shut up. Duh, you. Duh, you. It's the greatest word in the world. Duh. It's a kid word. Don't try it as a grown-up. It won't work. Try it. Just try it for fun. Monday, when you go back to work, show up like an hour late. Your boss goes, you're late. Go, duh. Well, now you're fired. Well, duh. My mom always used to try to trick me with the bread. Take those two end pieces, turn them inside out. I mean, who's she fooling? One's normal size, the other one's like a cracker. And she just folded. By the way, for you people that don't know me, my name is Henry Cho. And I am a full-blooded Korean. I was born and raised in Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah. So I'm South Korean. I'm still the only guy on the planet that can do that joke, so there you go. Are there any Asian people in the crowd by chance? Clap if you're Asian. 4? That's about right. Okay. No, that's about right. That's my quota. There was some research done on audiences. Me and about 6 or 7 other comedians. They were trying to find out our audience, so who to market to, and they found out that my audience is over 90% white. Because Asian people don't like me. Well, I was supposed to be a doctor. Or play the cello. I don't know. This is my 37th year doing stand-up. So when I started, I was the only guy doing it. And so they didn't want their kids watching me because they might try it. So, but thanks all 4 of y'all for representing my Asian community. My driver's license says I'm white. 16 years old, Knoxville, Tennessee. I go through the whole thing. I get to the end. There's only 2 boxes. The woman goes, well, you ain't black. So I've been white since I was 16. Still says I'm white. It's confusing at the airport. Guy's like, I'm like, dude, there are only 2 boxes. He goes, well, you ain't black. My favorite joke. Oh, wow. So I wrote these jokes for my kids. You may have heard them because they actually went pew, back when they were little. Because kindergarten, they had to show up, like most kids, and they had to do something that one of their parents did for a living or talk about what they did for employment. So my kids told jokes. So Jackson, when he's 5, his joke was, why do geese fly in a V? Because a G's too hard to make. You got to remember you're in kindergarten, okay? Vasectomies was, why did a chicken cross the road? To show the possum it could be done. Here's my favorite joke. that I wrote. So I used to surf because I lived in LA. But I saw this on TV where sharks attack surfers. Do y'all know that? They attack surfers because you look like a seal. Apparently, when you're laying on your board, you have your arms and legs hanging off. From underneath, you look like a seal. So I just got a picture of a seal and put a red line through it and put it underneath my board. Some of y'all are laughing, that's good. That's the biggest laugh that joke has ever got. I told that joke forever. I was doing the Tonight Show one time and I was killing, I was destroying. And I told that joke, nothing. And I don't mean nothing like tonight, I mean nothing. You could hear the stage manager going, we're back in 4, 3, 2. Well, I sat down with Jay Leno and we go to commercial. He looks at me and goes, why'd you tell that joke? It never works. I go, because it's funny. He's like, has it ever worked? I go, no. He goes, how long you been doing it? I said, 22 years. I've told that joke 4,000 times. Nothing. Now, I do get screenshots sent to me of guys and gals with their surfboards with a seal and a red line through it. All right, my name is Henry Cho. I'm full-blooded Korean. I was born and raised in Knoxville, Tennessee. So I'm South Korean. Only guy on the planet can do that joke for you. There you go. So I was born and raised in Knoxville. Back then, we were the only Asian people. I think there's like 10 now. But back then, we were it, because I'm old. I grew up in the 60s and 70s. I'm 55. So, yeah. Yeah, people say I don't look, because I'm Korean. That's like 28 white boy. But I know I'm old because I feel old, when a young lady's looking at me. I used to, 20 years ago, hey, she's checking me out. Now it's like, wow, what do I have stuck in my teeth? So we were the only Asian people in Knoxville when I was growing up, so I had no idea I was supposed to be smart. I didn't figure out till my first day of college. People sitting next to me trying to copy my work. They're like, man, you're not smart. I'm like, I'm sorry, I was born here. You can laugh at that. I know what you're thinking. Wait, I was born here. Exactly. I will tell you this. I was the last plane out of Bangor, Maine, right before the big blizzard. Last plane out. I tell you this, too. I was the last plane out of New Orleans right before Katrina. And just recently, I was the last plane out of Tampa right before Irma. So just so y'all know, I'm leaving here Thursday. Any Asian people in the crowd? Clap if you're Asian. Clap. I said clap. Clap if you're Asian. I want to hear. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. All at one table. Is there another one? 5. Okay. I got 5. All right. That's pretty much my quota. Thanks for representing. Appreciate it. Asian people don't come to my shows. They don't. Because I was supposed to be a doctor. Or play the cello. One of the two. So. This is my 37th year doing stand-up. And when I started, thank you. When I started, I was the only Asian comedian, so Asian kids weren't allowed to watch me, because God forbid, Even my own cousins weren't allowed to watch me on TV, because God forbid they do something like this. So thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. So there was some marketing research done. Me and 5 of my comedian pals a few years ago, they did research on our target market. And my audience is 92% white and 0.01% Asian. So you nailed it. What nationality are you? Taiwanese. Taiwanese. Vietnamese. Chinese. Taiwanese, okay. I couldn't tell, so. Well, I mean, you look alike. What am I going to do? What? Maybe that's why they don't show up. I don't know. These are jokes, okay? I'm kidding. They're laughing. It's fine. My driver's license says I'm white. Knoxville, Tennessee, 16 years old. I go through the whole process. I get to the end. There's only 2 boxes you can check. And the lady looks up and goes, well, you ain't black. So I've been white since I was 16. Still says I'm white. Guys at the airport, they don't know what to do. So they're like, what, white? No, what? I go, dude, there are only 2 boxes. Well, you ain't black.